Day or Thanksgiving. Bit different feel here, a big rivalry game, and also with a different feel is the weather. Because it is certainly mitigating the crowd here at Memorial Field because there is a very, very sparse crowd here for this football game between two big-time rivals. Lower Cape May is 4-0. They're 4-0 for the first time to start the season since 2010. Middle Township is 2-2. They've been besieged by injuries. They've won their last two. Middle coach Frank Rigitano won his 100th career game last weekend. He can actually tie Gary Degenhardt of Ocean City for most wins in Cape May County high school football history with a win here tonight. So that'll certainly be something to watch. Middle Township wearing their black jerseys, orange pants, black helmets, and the jerseys trimmed in orange and white. Lower Cape May wearing the white jerseys trimmed in blue and black with black pants and black helmets. Lower Cape May coached by Lance Bailey. And we're expecting a very, very good football game here tonight, something to watch. Remy Rodriguez, who is a big-time running back for Middle Township, is very much a game-time decision. He was cleared to play, has had an Achilles problem, and but did not play last week. But he did not look like he was running well in the pregame. He is in uniform, has a helmet on, so we'll have to monitor that and to see if he is going to play. Middle Township has actually won 9 of the last 10 meetings with Lower Cape May. The only time that Lowers won in that stretch was 2017. They beat Middle 21-20. Middle Township won last year's game 21-8, and that finished off an 8-win season. It was Middle's first 8-win season in program history. So a lot on the line here tonight. Playoff implications. This is a non-division game now in the West Jersey Football League, and here we are on September 30th rather than around Thanksgiving. Been following high school football. Part of the reason for this is because high school football has moved earlier and earlier, and would have been in a situation where teams would have had to wait around for at least 3 weeks to play this game if they decided to keep it on Thanksgiving. So it is now here in the middle of the season.
And one of the keys to this football game tonight, Brian, Lower Cape May has had incredible ball control on offense. They've been able to sustain long drives and then put the ball in the end zone. Lower has scored 47 points in their last 2 games, and they were victories, obviously. 47-12, a game that they beat Cumberland, and last week beating Wildwood 47-6. They also had a 26-10 victory over Pennsville and a 27-14 victory over Clayton. And they come out with a
Buddy, let me interrupt you there for 1 second. Excuse me. If you're watching the video here, we have a member of the military who is serving as the honorary captain. He's actually tossing the coin for the captains at midfield. And so that's nice to see here on the Anchor Bowl. Both head coaches are also out there, and the captains for the teams. And you got Marco Salgado, Kenai Perry, Jerry White for Middle Township. And for Lower Cape May, it's Archie Lawler, Jacob Bay, Hunter Ray, and Isaiah Wing. And also out there is Jackson Brown. Check that. Hunter Ray is not out there. It's Jackson Brown. So Lower Cape May, I believe, has won the toss. And they will receive to start the football game. High school football on the coast, proudly brought to you by Lucky Bones in Cape May. They support all the athletes. Stop in Lucky Bones for great food with great friends. That's Lucky Bones at the foot of the bridge in Cape May. Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit crestsavings.com. They're about to play the national anthem. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back right after this with the start of the game on 98.7 The Coast. Memorial Field, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and Sam Cohen on the live video. Middle Township and Lower Cape May in the Anchor Bowl here at Memorial Field. Officials for the game, Fred Lamb is the referee. His assistants, Dan O'Connell, Anthony Evans, Bob Makem, Chris Chiaro, Yannick Munn, and the timer is Bruce Donardo. Middle Township will kick off to start the game. Archie Lawler and Braswell Thomas back to receive. And if you're watching on the video, Lower Cape May in white is moving from east to west, and that is left to right across your screen, whatever device you may be enjoying this game from. So here we go for the Anchor Bowl 2022. The 105th meeting between these two teams, a series that dates back all the way to 1922. The kickoff is pretty deep, taken by Lawler at the 13, across the 15, the 20, the 25, 30, outside the 35, the 40, and he runs it all the way out to the 43-yard line, and Lower Cape May will take over there, 1st and 10. Buddy, I do want to mention they had a moment of silence right before the kickoff to honor Frank Simonson, the father of Lower Cape May Athletic Director Eric Simonson, who passed away last weekend. I believe he was 85 years old. Longtime, legendary youth football coach in the Lower Township area. And we certainly send our condolences to Eric and the rest of his family. Hunter Ray's in the shotgun for Lower Cape May. Hands it off to Aiden McCarraher. He's hitting the backfield and might have done well to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And yes, Brian, Frank Simonson, he was really a big part of Lower Township youth football, and he was just a really outstanding man, a great leader, and he meant a lot to a lot of kids growing up in that community. So
we have a stoppage here. Not exactly sure what this is for. The officials are coming together to discuss something. High school football on the coast brought to you by Hemingway's at the Grand in Cape May, the locals' favorite restaurant for lunch or dinner. That's Hemingway's on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Cooper Levinson Attorneys at Law are proud supporters of the community. That's Cooper Levinson, 1-800-529-3161. Reef Family Pharmacy, great local pharmacy, makes it easy to stay healthy with easy-to-fill prescriptions, drive-through pickup window, and easy-to-schedule flu and vaccine shots. 1037 Route 9 South, 609-465-0004, reeffamilypharmacy.com.
Still not able to figure out what this stop play is.
What it looks like, buddy, is that there's an injured player on the near sideline here. And close enough to the action that they have to get that player moved.
And it's Jerome Licata, number 11.
And he got banged up a couple of weeks ago, too, buddy, in a game. And, that's big. If hopefully he can get back. That's huge for Middle because Middle has an excellent kicking game. Weather is a factor with the wind and the rain, but going by the forecast, it actually could be worse. It's raining pretty steadily, but not real hard. Here's another handoff to McCarraher. And he does a good job fighting for some extra yards and maybe picks up 3. He was hit at the line of scrimmage. Lower's a team, buddy. We've seen it all year. They're pretty balanced. They throw it as much as they run it. And, when you have a game like this with a lot of wind and rain, that may take out a lot of the passing game.
Well, again, the wind right now appears to be at Lower Cape May's back. So if they're going to throw the football, it would be now. And McCarraher did pick up 3 yards. That's going to be 3rd and 7.
Ray tosses to McCarraher. It's going to be a run off the right side, and he's tripped up. Great tackle by Adrian LeBoy after a gain of only about 1, and Lower Cape May is going to have to punt.
That was an outstanding tackle, Brian, by LeBoy. An open field tackle And as you said, holds McCarraher to 1 yard. So that's 3 carries to start this drive for McCarraher for just 4 yards. And it's going to put Lower Cape May, as Brian just said, in a punting situation.
Michael Zarfati back deep for Middle Township. The punter for Lower Cape May is Jackson Brown. Ball at the 48. Brown has the wind at his back. Good snap. Brown fumbled the catch of that, but got the punt away. It's short, but it takes a big-time Lower Cape May bounce, and it's going to be downed at the 10-yard line. So that ends up being a 42-yard punt. And Middle Township's first possession will start at its own 10-yard line. Cooperative Care Incorporated, proud supporter of high school sports. Cooperative Care, 609-741-6363. So here's Middle with their first possession here on offense. No score, 9:34 to go in the first quarter. 2022 Anchor Bowl. Lower Cape May looking to go to 5-0 with a win here. Mark Oliver hands it off, and looks like a short gain by Middle Township. The runner there was Travis Lombardo.
And it's a 4-yard pickup, so it will bring up 2nd down and 6. Middle needs to get to the 20-yard line for a 1st down.
Oliver under center. Hands it this time to Tyree Moore, who gets across the 15, gain of about 2. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 4. So 3rd and 4 for Middle Township on its own 16-yard line.
8:35 to play here in the opening quarter.
I'm going to watch for a long count here by Middle Township, see if they can go with the double count and get Lower Cape May to go offside. No, they hand it off quickly to Lombardo, and I don't think he's going to get the 1st down. I think he's short.
Yeah, he's definitely at least 2 yards short.
And let's see what Middle decides to do. I mean, they're pretty deep in their own territory here on 4th and 1 at their own 29. Looks like they're going to go for it, buddy. Yes. You got to remember, Licata's their punter, and right now he's out of the game. He's on the bench. So, huge play early in the game here.
This is a huge play. That's an
4th and 1 at their own 19. Oliver takes the snap, hands it off, and Lower Cape May stops him. And they're going to take over on downs deep in Middle Township's territory. Tackle was made by A.J. King.
Yeah, it was a no gain, so Lower Cape May will take over on the middle 19-yard line. I missed who the ball carrier was.
It was Lombardo. Hunter Ray under center. He's going to throw. It's a quick wide receiver screen. It's incomplete. Trying to get it quickly to Braswell Thomas. And we'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Lower. Rain coming down at a steady pace here. And of course it's breezy coming out of the northeast. The wind's at Lower Cape May's back. Ray hands it off, and not much doing there. probably a loss of a yard there. That was Isaiah Wing on the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
And
Lower Cape May's kicking game is decent too with Dennis Serra. And you wonder if they might just run it and try a field goal with the wind at Serra's back. 3rd and 11. Ray in the shotgun here. Fakes a handoff. He's going to run around the right side. He's got the first down and more. He's inside the 5-yard line, finally taken down at the 3.
I'll tell you what, you talk about picking up your blockers as Hunter Ray was making that run over the right side. He looked for guys ahead of him in white jerseys and just really ran that ball, off of their backs as they were doing a good job downfield blocking.
So here's Lower Cape May out of the huddle on 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Ray goes up under center this time. Takes the snap, hands to McCarraher, makes a cut, and he's in the end zone. Great cut by Aiden McCarraher, and Lower Cape May has the lead with 5:57 to go first quarter.
That was really made to look very easy by the Lower Cape May offensive line, Brian. They did an outstanding job in McCarraher.
Well,
as you said, with that cutback from right to left, he went in untouched.
Serra on for the extra point. And I don't know if anybody caught it, buddy, but the clock continued to run. McCarraher went into the end zone with 5:57 left. The clock ran the 5:45. I don't know if the officials on the field noticed that. Serra on for the kick. Low snap. Serra's going to try to run, and he's not going to get in. He'll be tackled by a gang of Middle Township players over at the 10-yard line. So it's 6-0 Lower Cape May. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. By the Bellevue Tavern and Cape May Courthouse. Enjoy Courthouse Casual. Fine food and spirits since 1905. Avalon Brew Pub is open year-round for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located just off the beach on 79th Street in Avalon. And they support high school football on the coast. Lower Cape May leads at 6-0, 5:45 to go, first quarter. Isaiah Wing's kickoff is high but short. Taken by an up man at the 25. And Middle Township still pushing the pile forward, and they're going to bring it out across the 40.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to make it almost to the 42, maybe the 43-yard line.
And that was Travis Lombardo. So Middle gambled on their first offensive possession, going for it on 4th and short from their own 19. They don't make it. And Lower Cape May capitalizes. A 17-yard run by Hunter Ray set up Aiden McCarraher's 3-yard touchdown run. It's 6-0 Lower Cape May. 1st and 10 for Middle at their own 41. And we had some movement, and it looks like Middle Township's going to be flagged for illegal procedure.
Yeah, Jacob Bay, the defensive lineman for Lower Cape May, he was very exuberant about the fact that Middle Township did jump.
Score from over in Wildwood, buddy. The Warriors trail Gloucester Catholic 14-0 at the half. Some other games, Holy Spirits all over Clearview 40-0. St. Augustine leads Shawnee 24-7, excuse me. Timber Creek leads Highland 7-6. Hamilton's up 14-7 over Rancocas Valley. Atlantic City leads EHT 12-0. And Mainland is all over Bridgeton 35-0. First and 15 for Middle Township here. They hand it off, and it is to Rodriguez, who does come in for this second series. And Remy Rodriguez gets about 6. Again, not 100%. He got cleared to play. He's been battling a sore Achilles. Second down and 9 for Middle at their own 42. They trail Lower Cape May 6-0. Winner of this game gets possession of the Anchor Trophy for a full year. Oliver under center takes the snap, hands it off. Now he's going to throw. Great fake, downfield, incomplete. Was looking for Michael Zarfati, and it was broken up by Braswell Thomas.
I'll tell you what, that time Thomas did.
And those are two of the best athletes on the field there, buddy.
Absolutely, and Thomas did a very good job in staying with Zarfati,
not going for the fake like I did.
Yeah, and then jumping up, using that athleticism to basically out-jump Zarfati for the ball and knock it down.
Yeah, Middle has actually thrown. They're kind of a big play offense when they throw it. They've thrown for 466 yards on just 29 completions. So they do, when they throw it, they often throw it downfield. 3rd and 9, they hand it off to Rodriguez. Cuts through the middle, and he's going to be about 2 yards, maybe a yard and a half shy of the first down.
And when Middle does throw the football, they're successful when they throw it to Zarfati. He has 17 catches of their 28 completions, Brian, for 356 yards of their 469 total, including 3 touchdowns.
All right, it looks like Middle's going to go for it. This is 4th and a long 1. So they give Rodriguez up to the 50. They need to get to the Lower Cape May 49.5 for a first down. Oliver hands to Rodriguez. He's got the first down, and he's taken down at about the 47. He picked up 3.
And that was just a good job that time. And again, the left side of that Middle Township offensive line, Rodriguez picking his spot. The line gave him enough of a hole that he was able to get through and pick up that first down.
And buddy, you can just tell, I mean, he's just a special kind of runner. I mean, even though he's not 100%, he just has something about him. And that's a good run there to get Middle Township the first down at the Lower Cape May 47-yard line. It's another handoff to Rodriguez. Cuts off left tackle. He's inside the 40, pushed out of bounds at the 36. It's a pickup of 11 and a first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark that. He went out on the 35-yard line. So it's going to be a 12-yard gain and a first down. And as you just said, Brian, you know, Remy Rodriguez, when he gets that football, he just needs a little bit of daylight from his offensive line, and that's what he got there. And, man, not only does he have that little something, but he can explode. He is extremely quick and fast.
Oliver under center. Hands this time to Tyree Moore. And Moore picks up about 4.
Well, again, another good first down pickup by the Middle Township offensive line.
We noticed that all the candy was delivered to your side, buddy, exactly where it belongs.
Yeah.
Second down and 4, or second down and 6. It was a pickup of 4 for Middle Township. Ball at the Lower Cape May, just outside the 30-yard line. Hand off to Rodriguez off the left side. This time, Lower Cape May's all over it. And that's a nice play coming across there by the Caper Tigers' Quentin Hagan. And Rodriguez is held to no gain. Brings up, actually give Rodriguez a gain of 1 up to the 30. It's 3rd and 5.
So the last 5 carries for Rodriguez. He now has 30 yards. 29 of those yards obviously coming on the previous 4 carries.
3rd and 5 for Middle, 6-0 Lower Cape May, 1:45 to go first quarter. Fake. Oliver rolls. He's going to throw. It's nearly intercepted. What an effort over there by Dennis Serra. And he nearly came up with a diving interception. It falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 5.
And again, the Lower Cape May's defense comes up with a big play right there. But now they're going to need to do it again.
Ball was thrown behind the intended receiver, and Serra nearly came up with an interception that would have been television highlight show worthy, buddy.
Absolutely. And again, Serra just showing his great athleticism. But again, it brings up 4th down and 5.
Serra only a sophomore. Well, Oliver goes in the shotgun here on 4th and 5. And it looks like Middle Township's going to call a timeout. Timeout on the field. Lower Cape May has a 6-0 lead. Late stages first quarter. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. I'd like to wish the Middle Township Panthers the best of luck in today's game. Need a new fence? Call Coastal Fence and Railing, 609-741-4264. And, buddy, if you're building a cemetery, you certainly need a fence, you know.
Absolutely. And to fill that cemetery, you need Razzietta Funeral Home.
That's right. Why do you need a fence around that cemetery, buddy?
People are dying to get in. So you go see John Razzietta, he'll be one of the last people to let you down.
4th and 5 for Middle. Ball at the 30-yard line of Lower Cape May. Oliver rolls to the right. He's looking. Started to want to run. Throws it. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Lower Cape May. And Zach Castellano, his 4th interception of the season. And he returns it up to the 35-yard line. That's Zach Castellano's 4th interception of the season. And Lower will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Well, you talk about, again, the Lower Cape May defense coming up with a big takeaway, and it's the sophomore, Zach Castellano, who's really come on in that defensive backfield, Brian.
And as Lower Cape May comes out on offense, we have a whistle. Oh, we have a problem with the chains on the other side. They look like they got tangled up. Have to wait for them to get set. And now it looks like we're ready to go. 1st and 10 for Lower Cape May. At their own 35, they lead 6-0.
Even the chain gang, the chain crew, they were a little upset with that interception. That was a chain reaction to get tangled up.
$1:26 to go first quarter. Lower Cape May leads 6-0. Yeah, you wonder, buddy, those last 2 plays by Middle, they didn't go to Remy Rodriguez. He's playing with that injury. And Coach Frank Rigittano just might be saying to himself, I don't want to overuse the kid. Braswell Thomas goes in motion, gets the handoff, cuts it upfield, loses the football, and Middle Township has it. Tyree Moore recovered it. And Middle turns. Lower Cape May right back over.
And Brian, I was just about to say, Braswell Thomas does not really carry the football out of the backfield much.
Well, buddy, unfortunately, because obviously we'd like to give the kid credit, but someone from Middle Township stuck his helmet right in on the ball, and that's where it popped loose at the end of that run. And then Moore was the first to it. 1st and 10 for Middle Township at the 42 of Lower Cape May. 1:18 to go first quarter. Lower Cape May leads 6-0. And now we have a whistle and a flag. And we may have a Middle Township player moving early. I know it's actually an illegal substitution that's called. So that'll move them back 5 yards. Fred Lamb, the head referee, with that call. So it'll move it back to the 47. It'll be 1st and 15. Yeah, this is a huge game for both of these teams in terms of the Group 2 playoff picture. Middle Township really can't afford another loss. And Lower Cape May would pick up a decent amount of power points with a win over Middle. 1st and 15 for the Panthers at the Lower Cape May 47. Oliver takes the snap, hands it off, and it looks like it's Moore, and he might have gotten a yard.
And that time, again, the Lower Cape May, the interior of that defense really closed what hole might have been there very quickly. And they're going to mark that as no gain, Brian.
2nd and 14. Rodriguez came out of the game here, buddy, and he looks like he's a little shaken up for Middle Township. Lombardo goes in and replaces him. 2nd and 14. Oliver goes in the shotgun. Hands it off to Lombardo. Lombardo can't break the tackle of Archie Lawler. No gain. Lombardo stumbled right before he received the football on the handoff exchange, and that may have really disrupted the timing of that play. Lawler got through and took him down. 3rd and 14, excuse me, buddy.
15 seconds to go.
Yeah, that might be the last play of the quarter. I think Middle Township would be smart to go to the second quarter with the ball, with the wind at their back. So that will be the final play of the first quarter. 6-0 Lower Cape May. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Proud supporter of high school sports. If you need your heater service or repair, give them a call. 609-602-9332. Coastal Blue Oceanside Bar and Grill, open year-round, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Check them out in Diamond Beach, just south of the Crest. That's Coastal Blue Oceanside Bar and Grill. So one thing we did want to mention, buddy, we mentioned Frank Simonson at the top. They had the moment of silence for him. Lower Cape May's actually wearing an FS for his initials on a decal on their helmets here tonight. We also want to mention too, buddy, one of the, you got so, it's a big game when Pat from the press shows up. Mark Narducci drives all the way down from Washington Township, and Matt Olmer's on the student video for Middle Township. 3rd and 14 for Middle Township to start the second quarter. Oliver rolls to his right. Looking, still looking. He's being chased, he's being hit, he's being sacked. Taken down by Zach Castellano, who's been all over the field defensively. It's a loss of about 3. And Middle Township most certainly will have to punt here.
I'll tell you what, the sophomore for Lower Cape May, Brian, Zach Castellano, he is really making some, the last couple of weeks, he has made some very big plays defensively for Lower Cape May.
No doubt. And now remember, Tyree Moore's back to punt. Licata looks like he is not coming back into the game. He got hurt on the first play of the game. And he's their kicker and punter. Ball's right at midfield. Archie Lawler standing back at his own 20. On 4th and about 17. Low snap, goes through Moore's legs. He's going to try to get the punt away anyway. Wow, what a play by Tyree Moore. Somehow got that punt away. Lawler muffs it and has to dive on it at his own 22. That is some kind of play there by Moore on the low snap. He eluded a tackler, found some space, and kicked it away.
I'll tell you what.
That might be a game-saving type of play, buddy.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to go down as a 28-yard punt because the punt came from the 50, but with that ball getting away from him, Brian, he had to chase it all the way back to his own 30-yard line. Then he had to avoid 2 tackles, and as he was running right, he was able to get the kick away, so add another 18 yards that he punted.
Here's a handoff to McCarraher, going off the right side. He's up across the 40, still on his feet at the 50, cuts back and is taken down at the 45. 32-yard run by Aiden McCarraher. And that moves it to the 45-yard line of Middle Township.
Well, before I could get the excitement out of that great punt from
McCarraher got all that yardage back that Lower Cape May thought it was going to get, or close to it anyway. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at Middle's 45-yard line. Hunter Ray goes under center here. Takes the snap. They hand it off to Isaiah Wing. He's got a lot of room. He fumbles the football, but fell on it after a gain of about 11. Wing is a transfer from Middle Township. Actually, they'll mark him for a gain of 12. And he was fortunate there. As he was being tackled, the ball came out, but it popped right back into his chest. And actually, they do mark it back at the 34, so it's a gain of 11. And Lower Cape May has it 1st and 10 at the Middle Township 34-yard line.
And again, it's another first down for Lower Cape May.
Ray this time in the shotgun with McCarraher standing to his left. Braswell Thomas goes in motion. Fake a handoff to McCarraher. Ray keeps it. And a nice play by Travis Lombardo to hold him to a gain of 1.
And that was another good play by the Lower Cape May, by Middle Township.
Make it a 2-yard gain, buddy. They're going to mark it at the 32. 2nd and 8.
Middle Township's defense taking away any additional daylight from Hunter Ray.
2nd and 8 for Lower Cape May. 4 receivers, 2 to each side. McCarraher to Hunter Ray's left. They hand it off to McCarraher. He's got big-time running room, and he's down inside the 20 or right around the 20. Either way, it's a first down, gain of about 12. So Aiden McCarraher has picked up 44 yards on his last 2 carries, buddy.
Actually, his last 3 touches, because before that one, he had a 10-yard run. So he has 54 yards on his last 3 carries. And Aiden McCarraher, again, showing why he is just so shifty and quick and elusive.
Same formation pretty much for Lower Cape May. This time they do have a wing back in there instead of a 4th receiver. They hand it to McCarraher, bounces outside, can't get very far, picks up a yard or 2. Moore and Patrick Yakel in on the tackle.
And that was all McCarraher, keeping that from being negative yardage, turning it upfield, just really muscling his way for that 1-yard pickup.
And it's interesting, buddy, Lower Cape May is a team that likes to throw the football. They haven't put it in the air once yet, but they haven't had to. They have this 6-0 lead, and they're moving the ball here. 7:20 to go before halftime. Ray in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes a handoff. Now he wants to throw. Throws it toward the corner. Incomplete. Thomas had a step down there, but it was thrown just too far, right around the goal line. And it'll be down 3rd and 9.
That was actually his second pass attempt, Brian. He's 0 for 2. He tried to find he tried to hit Braswell earlier in the first quarter, and they came up empty. But you are correct. This is a team that likes to throw the football. Hunter Ray coming into this game, 33 for 55 for 456 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Ray in the shotgun here, takes the snap. It's an option. Tosses to McCarraher. Trying to turn the corner, can't.
I'll tell you what, that's a great tackle. I couldn't see the number. It was on the far side of the field. But that Middle Township Panther came up and really made an outstanding play.
Buddy, that was the freshman, Chase Moore, on the tackle. Really made a nice play. You are absolutely correct. On 4th and 9 at the 19 of Middle, Lower Cape May will go for it. Ray takes the snap, throws over the middle. It's caught for a first down. Archie Lawler, a lunging catch. A gain of about 11 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, that was a timing play.
Buddy, I think is that the first completion for either team? So first and 10 for Lower at the 8.
Yes, it is. The first completion.
Ray under center this time. Hands to McCarraher. Slips through. Still driving forward. And gets down close to the goal line, but not in. Gain of 7.
Brian, it looked like Middle Township had him wrapped up for no gain. And somehow he squirted through and almost took it into the end zone, but he gets it down to the 2-yard line.
I think they mark it at the 1, buddy. Second down and goal at the 1. Hunter Ray under center. Gonna keep it himself, and he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Lower Cape May. They now lead 12-0. Hunter Ray, a 1-yard touchdown run. And with 5:05 to go in the second quarter, Lower Cape May is now up 2 scores. Let's see if they go for 2 here. They had a problem with the snap and hold on their first touchdown, and it looks like they are huddling up. They are going to go for 2 here. Hunter Ray will go up under center here on this 2-point conversion try. Rolls to his right. Looking, eludes a man, throws to the back of the end zone, incomplete. They were looking for Braswell Thomas in the back of the end zone, and a really nice play was made by Zamara Wakefield to knock that away. But the touchdown gives Lower Cape May a 12-0 lead, 5:05 to go before the half. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Is now fully restocked on spas, and they're going fast. Stop by Cleanse White on Route 9 in Rio Grande to secure your spa today. 12-0. Could use a spa after this game, buddy. There's a lot of wet people on the field. 12-0 Lower Cape May after that 1-yard touchdown run by Hunter Ray. Isaiah Wing has it teed up. High and pretty deep kick against the wind. It's muffed by Lombardo. He picks it up at the 20 and then actually bangs into his own man. McCarraher for Lower was involved there, and Lombardo goes down at the 22.
Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Lower Cape May on top, 12-0.
And this is a big possession here, buddy, because, if Middle Township can go down and punch it in before halftime, they do get the ball to start the second half. Now, they did use one timeout, so they have 2 remaining. 1st and 10 for Middle at their own 22. Mark Oliver comes out in the shotgun here on 1st and 10. Takes the snap. They hand it off to Wakefield on a wide receiver handoff, and Wakefield picks up about 4 or 5 as he is slammed to the turf at the end of the run.
Well, right now,
2nd and 5, buddy.
As you said, Brian, Middle Township needs to get they need to get it going offensively. If for nothing else, to get some confidence and get some momentum. And Coach Frank Vigitano would like nothing more to put a drive together to punch it into the end zone before the half ends.
4:15 to go first half. 2nd and 5 at their own 27 for Middle Township. Handoff inside to Rodriguez. There was a little problem with the exchange, but Rodriguez actually exploded right to the first down marker and gives Middle a new set of downs.
Yeah, they're gonna actually say that he made it right to the first down where he needed to be, the need to gain, and that'll be a 5-yard pickup. And as Brian said,
Oliver and Rodriguez actually banged into one another as that exchange was going on. 1st and 10 for Middle, 3:40 to go in the first half. Lower leads 12-0. Handoff to Rodriguez. And kind of runs into his own man. Quentin Hagan for Lower may have had something to do with that, pushing that blocker into Rodriguez, and he picks up about 4. 2nd and 6 for Middle. Ball at their own 37-yard line. Clock approaching 3:15 to go first half.
So Remy Rodriguez has picked up a quiet 45 yards here in this opening half on 7 carries.
Shotgun for Oliver. Hands off to Lombardo this time. And Lombardo is taken down by Wing. Ball comes out, but the whistle had blown. Lombardo picked up about 3.
Yeah, they're going to give him to the 40-yard line, to Middle's own 40. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Panthers.
A huge 3rd down here late in the first half. 2:30 to go. Middle needs about 2.5 yards to get that first down.
Well, obviously they're in two down territory.
I don't know if you are, buddy. I don't know if you want to. If you don't get it here, I don't know if you want to risk a short field for Lower Cape May late in the half. Well, we'll see what happens here on 3rd down. Oh, the tackle for Middle Township moved, and it's a 5-yard penalty.
Well, that definitely takes it out of a 2-down area unless Middle Township comes awfully close to the first down marker and does not pick it up.
Now it turns a 3rd and about 2.5 to 3rd and 7.5.
That's the 3rd penalty against the Panthers in this first half. 3 5-yard penalties.
Clock is running. I'm surprised, actually, buddy, that Lower Cape May didn't take a timeout here on 3rd down and about 8. But I guess they'd be content with stopping Middle and then going into the half with the 12-0 lead. But there's a 3rd down and about 8 for Middle Township. They hand it off to Rodriguez off the left side, and he picks up about 3. And brings up 4th and about 6. 4th and 5, 4th and 6. It looks like Middle is going to punt. 1 minute to go, and again, I'm surprised Lower Cape May isn't taking a timeout here. But again, they may be content with, let's just go into the half with the 12-point lead.
Well, Lower Cape May is going to get the football back going into the wind.
Yeah, and they're going to set up a return here, it looks like. Now, Middle had trouble with the snap last time. Now, Middle will take a timeout. So, Middle takes a timeout on 4th down. Take a 30-second break back after this on 98.7 The Coast. In Courthouse, high school football. Brought to you by Primo Hoagies in Rio Grande. If you want a great sandwich or a whole tray, 609-846-7532. So 4th down. And Middle will line up to punt here at their own 38. Good snap this time, not much of a rush. It's a short punt. It was off the side of Moore's foot, and Lower Cape May is going to have possession right up close to midfield.
Actually, it looks like the ball might be getting spotted right on the 50, Brian. And that's not what the official wanted to do, is drop the football into the wet grass. As they've been trying to keep it tucked away in between snaps.
Millville leads Lenape 17-0. Believe that's a second quarter score. 26 seconds to go before halftime, and let's see if Lower Cape May tries to take a shot down the field here.
Well, you know, you have the ball now, 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line. 26 seconds to go.
All 3 timeouts.
All 3 timeouts. I hate to use the word common sense.
Well, you know, they may try to take one shot. If it's not complete, then maybe they just run the ball, but we'll see. Thomas, their top receiver, split to the near side. Their second best receiver, Lawler, in the slot right next to him. Now they hand it off to McCarraher, and he picks up about 2, and I believe that'll be the pot. No, actually, we're going to have a timeout. Lower Cape May is going to take a timeout here. So maybe Lower thought they'd catch Middle by surprise by running. And they take a timeout with 19 seconds to go in the half. We'll keep it here. Jersey Shore Kitchens, proud to support all Cape May County schools and athletes. Jersey Shore Kitchens, proudly serving the county for the past 25 years. Harpoons on the Bay, where the locals hang out, is open from Thursday through Sunday until the end of October. Kindle Auto Plaza is a proud supporter of Cape May County sports. They've consistently offered great customer experience. To be part of the Kindle experience, contact them 609-465-5000. Bayshore Restaurant offers a family-friendly dining atmosphere with great signature dishes for lunch and dinner. That's the Bayshore Restaurant on Route 9 in Ocean View. So 2nd down and 8 for Lower Cape May. Ball at the Middle Township 48. 19 seconds to go before halftime. And now we have a flag. And it looks like a Lower Cape May player may have moved early. And that'll move them back 5 yards. They'll take it over to the Lower Cape May side of the 50. So it's now 2nd down and 13 at the 47. 19 seconds to go. Zarfati, the safety for Middle, is about 20 yards downfield, anticipating something in the air. And now we have another flag. And it looks like Lower Cape May lined up offside. So with 13 seconds to go, buddy, at second down and 18.
Yeah, and
Lower Cape May might just want to run this ball and we get out of here at halftime.
And yeah, there's a light drizzle out there at the moment too, so I think it's just a good time to go get into the locker room. Maybe get some hot chocolate. Maybe not.
It's second and 18. And Thomas and Lawler will come split out to this near side. Hand off to McCarraher. Tries the left side, cuts back. And is taken down after a gain of about 4. That'll be the final play of the half. And it was a good first half for Lower Cape May. They lead Middle Township 12-0. And hold on a minute, the half may not be over. We have a flag down. So if it's a defensive penalty, it's going to give Middle Township or Lower Cape May one more play. Let's see what it is. A pretty clean game so far. Now we've had 3 flags over the last 2 plays. It's a dead ball personal foul on both teams, I believe. Or no, it was called against Lower Cape May, but that's the final play of the half. So it will finish 12-0 Lower Cape May. We'll be back with the halftime report after this 4-minute timeout on 98.7 The Coast. May Courthouse. Brian Kniff with Buddy Tarbot and Sam Cohen handling the live video on the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. Lower Cape May holds a 12-0 lead over Middle Township in the Anchor Bowl. Lower looking to move to 5-0, and also would be their first win over Middle Township since 2017 if they can hang on to this lead they have at the half. Some other scores to give you. Gloucester Catholic leads Wildwood 28-0 in the fourth quarter. Holy Spirit has beaten Clearview 47-6. And then these are all second half scores. Millville 17, Lenape nothing. St. Augustine 31, Shawnee 7, and Hamilton 21, Rancocas Valley 7. And here, it's 12-0, Lower Cape May. And Lower Cape May went 3 and out on its first possession. And then Middle Township got the ball back at their own, got the ball for the first time on their own 10. They went for it on 4th and 1 at their own 19, did not get it. And then on 3rd down and 11, Hunter Ray ran for 17 yards inside the 5-yard line. And then Aiden McCarraher, a 3-yard touchdown run for Lower Cape May. Middle Township moved the ball well, picked up a couple of first downs on its next possession, but then Zach Castellano picked off a pass on 4th down to stop that drive. Middle forced a fumble on the very next play, but then Middle ended up punting. Lower Cape May took over on their own 23 and proceeded to march 77 yards for a touchdown. Couple of big runs by Aiden McCarraher, one of 32 yards, another of 12. There was a 4th down pass on 4th and 9 from Hunter Ray to Archie Lawler for an 11-yard gain. Another good run from McCarraher, and then Hunter Ray ran in from 1 yard out with 5:05 to go in the half, and that was all the scoring in the first half. Lower Cape May had a problem with the snap and hold on their first extra point try. Then they went for 2 on their second one, and the pass failed. So here we are, 12-0 at the half. And, Middle Township gets the ball to start the second half, and they're really going to have to get something going on that opening drive, buddy.
Well, and you hit it right on the head there, Brian. Aiden McCarraher, he carried the ball for 73 yards in that first half. He on 9 carries, so 73 yards. He had that big run for 32 yards, which they then followed up with Isaiah Wing then had that 11-yard run. So they had a nice little burst of offense all on the ground for Lower Cape May. But that's what they come in with. They come in with Hunter Ray, who has rushed. He has rushed for 80 yards on 15 carries for the season. Wing 128 yards on just 9 carries, and then Aiden McCarraher, 390 yards for five touchdowns. So, when the passing game's not there, Lower Cape May does have that other option, which is. Which again, we don't know what their primary option is or their secondary, to run or pass. So that was huge. And, on the defensive side, Middle Township, they did some nice things to try and stop, and they did stop Lower Cape May a couple of times. But again, Remy Rodriguez, he had roughly 45 yards in that first half on the ground. His biggest carry was of 12 yards. So, they're going to, again, Remy Rodriguez is their playmaker, as well as Michael Sarfati. Sarfati, with the lack of completions from Oliver, he was 0 for 3 through the air. Sarfati, he needs to touch the football. For Middle Township to be successful, Coach Frank Rigitano needs to figure out ways to get Zarfati the ball.
Yeah, and part of the problem is, you have this rain and wind out here, makes it difficult to throw. But Zarfati came in here, I believe, buddy, with 18 catches on the season. So, it's certainly Middle will try to do something to get the ball in his hands in the second half. So Lower Cape May leads it 12-0. High school football on the coast brought to you by the Lower Township Healthy Youth Coalition, a community initiative of Cape Assist. Yori's Waterfront newly renovated pub room is the perfect place to watch every NFL game with their Sunday ticket. They also have all kinds of specials. That's Yuri's Waterfront at the foot of the bridge in Wildwood. At Salty Pets in Cape May Courthouse, they treat your pups as if they were their own. Stop in for food supplies and a dog self-wash station. At Salty Pups in Cape May Courthouse, they support high school football on the coast. Uncle Bill's Pancake House, a place where the whole family can get a great breakfast and it won't break the bank. Check out all the Uncle Bill's locations throughout Cape May County. Here at the half, it's Lower Cape May leading Middle Township 12-0. We'll take a 4-minute timeout. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. May Courthouse. Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbont and Sam Cohen handling the live video stream. And here at the Anchor Bowl at the half, it's 12-0 Lower Cape May. And weather's been a little bit of a factor, buddy. I think both teams wanted to throw it more than they have, but it's certainly not as bad as we maybe were anticipating.
No,
it's not raining that hard, and it's not all that windy.
No, it's not even close to what we thought we'd be watching this football game. And Brian, give a brief synopsis for our listeners that don't know what is the Anchor Bowl.
I thought that was your job.
Well,
so the Anchor Bowl started back in 1996. It was an anchor. It was a trophy that was made from an anchor from former Lower Cape May football coach Bill Garrison's father's boat. And it was mounted onto a plaque by Tom Mount, who taught the shop class at Lower Cape May. That's how they started the Anchor Bowl tradition. And the game was moved to Thanksgiving Day. Middle and Lower had basically already played each other every year anyway. But Middle's rivalry with Ocean City ended. I believe Lower Cape May for a time was playing Wildwood around Thanksgiving. And so they decided to move the game to Thanksgiving Day. There's been a couple of times it's Eve. But, now that you have high school football starting, practice starts as soon as the smoke clears from the fireworks of July 4th. I was
going to say July 5th.
Yeah, so they keep moving it earlier and earlier, and now, you could be in a position where, in theory, your season could be over the last weekend in October. So, it became, or the first week of November, it became a thing where do you really want to wait around 3 or 4 weeks to play a Thanksgiving game? And a lot of the Thanksgiving rivalries have gone by the wayside. And the other part of it, too, buddy, is, Lower Cape May and Middle Township, these are not powerhouse programs, obviously. But there are years, and this is one of them, where both of them are in the mix to compete for a South Jersey Group 2 playoff berth. So if you play the game on Thanksgiving, that win doesn't help you in that pursuit. You play it before the cutoff, and it does. The winner of this game is going to get a big boost in terms of the playoff picture. So that's another reason why they want to play it, earlier. So that's part of the reason. High school football brought to you by El Pueblo Taqueria in North Cape May. They serve the best authentic Mexican food made from only the freshest ingredients. They support high school football on the coast. That's El Pueblo Taqueria in North Cape May.
Well,
Lower will kick off to start the second half.
And a quick segue into that, on my Facebook page where I put the banner and the announcement that this game, the time and all that, Judy Schaffler actually attached a photo of Coach Garrison.
Yes. Kickoff by Lower Cape May. And it's muffed by Zamar Wakefield, but he's picked it up and brings it out across the 25 to the 27. So Middle Township will start there. 1st and 10 to start the second half.
And it was a very nice photo of Judy and Coach Garrison. So
still to this day, but there's a hold on Middle Township on the return, right around where the player was tackled. So this will move it back 10 yards. So Middle's actually going to start inside their own 20 here. So,
well, again, Middle needs to just shrug off the first 24 minutes of this football game. And for them, the game starts right now on this snap of the football. They can put together a drive and go down and score some points. This game will have a whole different feel for the Middle Township High School.
They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 14. Getting back to Bill Garrison, buddy, still to this day held in very high esteem, the athletic program down at Lower Cape May. Here's a handoff, and not getting very far is Remy Rodriguez. Maybe picked up 3. Got a little further than I thought. 2nd and 7. 12-0 Lower Cape May. First, this will be the second offensive play of the second half. Middle Township has the football at their own 17, 2nd and 7.
Well, as you said, and Brian, Coach Garrison, he was a coach, an administrator. He was just a man that commanded a lot of respect.
Oliver hands off. Rodriguez trying to turn the corner. Breaks a tackle and comes up close to the first down. We have a late flag coming in. And let's see who this is against. Lower Cape May's reacting as if it's against Middle. Rodriguez, they may have marked him up to the first down. And I don't know if this is I don't know if this was a dead ball foul or if this happened at the end of the play before it was blown dead. Because I think Frank Riccitano is asking that because if it was a dead ball foul, then Middle would have gotten the first down. But it looks like it's not a dead ball foul, and half the distance is going to mark it back to the 14-yard line. Or that might have been it's actually a hold, buddy, because it was a 10-yard penalty, so it was during the play.
So Middle will get the replay 2nd down, but it's going to be 2nd and 10 again for the Panthers.
And it's another run. And this time Rodriguez, who's running with a noticeable limp. But he ends up getting a first down here. He picks up about 11. So he gets up to the 25, 1st and 10 for Middle. 10:29 to go, third quarter. Lower Cape May holds a 12-0 lead. Middle's moved the football a little bit. They just haven't finished drives. Oliver in the shotgun this time. Takes the snap, hands to Rodriguez. He'll try the right side. He beats a man at the line of scrimmage, cuts back, and brings it all the way up to the 40. It's a gain of 15.
And again, another impressive run, this time through the right side of that offensive line. And Remy Rodriguez, he is just showing his quickness.
You made a good point there, buddy, because they've been running left with Rodriguez for most of the night. That's really one of the first times they've gone right, and he ends up getting 15 out of it. 1st and 10 for Middle at their own 40.
9:50 to go, third quarter.
Oliver in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands again to Rodriguez through the middle this time. And he's taken down after a gain of about 3.
I'll tell you what, Remy Rodriguez really shows he's tough to bring down on an initial hit, as he just carried some caper taggers to pick up positive yardage.
They mark it back a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. So it's a gain of just 2. Well, now they move it up, and it was a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7. Nose of the football at the 43-yard line of Middle Township. 8:55 to go, third quarter. Lower leads 12-0. Here's a handoff to Lombardo. Oh, check that. It's Adrian LeBoy, and it looks like he's going to have first down yardage. That's a gain of 7.
Yeah, they're going to mark him. I'm going to say that's a pretty generous spot. They're going to mark him down on the 49 of Lower Cape May. I would have been okay with the 50, and that still would have given him the first down.
Yeah, so it's a gain of 8 for Adrian LeBoy. And Middle Township's overcome a couple of penalties here, and they're moving the football. This drive started at their own 14. 1st and 10 at the Lower Cape May 49. They hand it again to Rodriguez up the left side, And that is a nice tackle by Archie Lawler, taking Rodriguez down for a loss, I believe, of a yard. And if Lawler doesn't make that play, buddy, there was a contingent of blockers out there. That might have been a big game for Rodriguez. Rodriguez is so elusive. I actually don't think he saw Lawler coming from the side. Second down and 11. Handoff again to Rodriguez, picking his way, and he comes down inside the 45, up to the 43.
Nice pickup right there by Remy Rodriguez. And again, he is just following his blockers. His offensive line is getting a good push against Lower Cape May's defensive front.
It's a 7-yard gain up to the 43. Third down and 4. Oliver hands to Moore. He's got the first down and Moore. He's inside the 35.
And he stumbled originally, Brian, and then regained his footing. Although he does come back to the huddle, he's limping a little bit. But he did stumble initially, regained his footing, and bowled his way through for that, called a 10-yard pickup.
It looks like a gain of 11 down to the 33 of Lower Cape May. Oliver hands off again to Moore off the right side. And, yeah, you're right, buddy. Middle is starting to get big-time push with their offensive line. Moore picks up about 3. Middle Township has now taken more than half the time off the clock in this period. And, if you're Lower Cape May up 2 scores, buddy, you allow Middle to get 3-5 yards, take a lot of time. You just don't want to give up the big play. Oliver rolling to his right. Throws. It's caught. First down inside the 20, down to about the 15.
I'll tell you what, that was a great fake.
That was to Tyree Moore.
Mark Oliver did a good job, Brian, of selling that fake, and then he took the ball rolling to his right. And as you called, he hits Tyree Moore.
That's a gain of 18, down to the 15.
And that's the first complete pass for the Panthers in this game tonight.
Handoff again to Rodriguez, trying to turn the corner on the left. And, wow, he does. Oh, and there's a late hit there. And there's going to be a penalty called. So, Rodriguez picked up about 5 on the run. He just outran everybody. And then the late hit is going to move the ball half the distance to the goal. It's a pickup of 6 to the 9. And now this will move the ball down to about the 4.5 on the penalty.
5:07. This has been a long drive. Also, Brian, for Middle Township. This is exactly what Coach Frank Rigitano wanted to see his team do coming out of that locker room to start this second half.
So the ball's marked at the 4-yard line. It's first and goal for Middle Township. Handoff to Moore. Plunging forward, he stops short of the goal line, pickup of about 2. And they're going to mark this ball at the 2. It'll bring up second and goal. 4:44 to go third quarter. Lower Cape May leading 12-0, but Middle right at the end zone's doorstep. On second down and goal. Handoff again to Moore. This time he's in the end zone. 2-yard touchdown run, Tyree Moore. And Middle back in the game at 12-6. Looks like they'll go for 2.
Well, with Licata out hurt, Brian, I mean, Coach Frank Rigitano, his options obviously are limited in whether or not they can send anybody out there to kick. So 2-point conversion, and the way Middle's moving the football right now is the proper call, if not the only call.
Right. So 12-6, and this is a huge 2-point conversion try. Oliver, shotgun, rolls to his right, looking, hit, and taken down. Like Archie Lawler and Logan Haggerty in there on the sack. And it'll remain 12-6. Middle gets on the board, 4:24 to go, third quarter. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Visit AvalonBorough.net. When you want something sweet, think piece of cake in Cape May Courthouse. Onside kick, ball is loose, and I believe Lower Cape May has it.
Middle's
signaling they have it. Middle does have it. Middle came away with the onside kick.
And that was
Jaden Magaha on the recovery. That is a huge turn of events.
Absolutely. Giving Middle Township the ball on the Lower Cape May 45-yard line.
Yeah, no, buddy, and I think something went on down there. I mean, it looked to me like a lower player jumped on that football first. I'm wondering if Magaha ripped that out of there in the pile.
Well, that's exactly. It looked like Middle was going to recover. Then the lower player was right there, and Middle comes up with it.
1st and 10 for Middle. Rodriguez, a big 8-yard gain on first down.
And, Brian, that last drive for the Panthers, they got the football to start the second half. 11:54 to go. Punched it into the end zone at the 4:24 mark. That was a 7-minute and 30-second drive. So, an impressive.
Buddy, Ogre Nunez is down injured for Lower Cape May. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll come back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Nunez off the field under his own power. And be 2nd and 1 for Middle Township. High school football on the coast. Brought to you by the Marvis Diner. They'd like to wish all the athletes and coaches the best of luck this season. 4900 Pacific Avenue. Don't forget the Marvis Pancake House in North Wildwood. Mr. Softy in Lower Township would like to wish all the athletes and coaches the best of luck. That's Mr. Softy, 1890 Bayshore Road in Villas. 2nd and 1 for Middle. Handoff again to Rodriguez, and again he's got good yardage. It's a gain of 6 and a first down. And right now, Lower Cape May, which was controlling this game at halftime, they can't stop Middle Township. They still lead 12-6, but after the onside kick, Middle is driving again. And here we are with 3:33 to go. And it looks like Lower Cape May is going to call a timeout. Lance Bailey wants to rally his troops. We'll be back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. School football proudly brought to you by Steaks, Shakes, and Cakes in Cape May Courthouse. Check them out for a great sandwich and dessert. That's Steaks, Shakes, and Cakes in Cape May Courthouse. The Ocean View Restaurant on Beach Drive in Cape May is where you can get delicious breakfast or lunch made with Mama's Love. They're open daily 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. First and 10 for Middle at the 30 of Lower Cape May. Long count for Oliver. Hands off to Rodriguez. Through the middle. He's got another first down. It's a pickup of 11 again.
And Brian, with that run right there, that's going to put Remy Rodriguez 2 yards shy of 100. He had 87 yards prior to that.
There's
11-yard carry.
There's no doubt that his return has really made all the difference for Middle Township. Another handoff to Rodriguez. This time it's a short gain of about 3 or 4. And Rodriguez actually looked like he may have bobbled the football after accepting the handoff. They actually marked the ball back at the 18,
well, Brian,
17, excuse me, so it's 2nd and 8.
On that touchdown drive for Middle Township where they ate up 7 minutes and 30 seconds of the clock, it was 73 yards total.
Another handoff to Rodriguez, left side, across the 10, across the 5, touchdown! 18-yard run by Remy Rodriguez. 2:17 to go in the third quarter, and we are tied. And now an absolute huge play here as Middle can take the lead with this 2-point conversion. A tie score at 12, 2:17 to go third quarter. Here comes Middle Township going for 2. They hand it to Rodriguez, and they're going to say he's short. He did not get in. They mark him just short of the goal line, and we will remain tied at 12. So a huge stop there for Lower Cape May's defense. 2:17 to go third quarter. Tied at 12 in the Anchor Bowl. Back after this 30-second break, 98.7 The Coast. They've been proudly serving Lower Township for the better part of the past century. They're open daily, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's Geis's Market. Seashore Foods, your hometown food distributor, is here to meet all your restaurant's needs. Seashore Foods proudly supports high school football on the coast. So it's been all Middle Township in this third quarter, and they've tied the game at 12 with the 2 touchdowns, getting the onside kick after the first one. Short kick here, taken by Lawler at the 28. Across the 30, bouncing it outside at the 35, still on his feet, stutter stepping his way across the 40, the 45, and he's finally out of bounds up around midfield, up close to midfield. Good return by Archie Lawler. And it looks like Lower will have it around their own 48. And this will be their first offensive, they're going to mark it at the 47, first offensive play of the second half for Lower with 2:07 to go in the third quarter. And the Tigers certainly need to get something going to stop all this momentum that Middle has gained here in this third quarter. Ray hands to McCarraher. And he did real well pretty much on his own to get 3 yards.
Yeah, and right now, Lower Cape May, obviously, they just need to settle down and get their offense going the way they were able to move the football in that first half. I mean, Middle Township, just an outstanding job with that initial drive of 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and then recovering that onside kick and punching it in again.
Fake the handoff. They're going to throw. Incomplete. Knocked down by Patrick Yakel. Nice play.
And that was very close to being intercepted.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 at the 49. This is an absolutely huge play for Lower. They do not want to go 3 and out here with the way Middle Township's offense has been moving the football.
And Hunter Ray is 1 for 4 through the air.
He's under center here. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's looking, throwing downfield. It's caught, and first down. Aiden McCallagher picks up 10.
It looked like either he or Archie Lawler could have held on to that football.
And it almost looked for a second, Buddy, like they were going to fight over it.
Yeah.
And luckily it seemed like Lawler pulled his hands away, let McCarraher take it. That's a huge first down for Lower. They have it 1st and 10 at the Middle Township 41. Tie score at 12, 58 seconds to go, third quarter. Ray under center this time. Wing goes in motion. They hand it to McCarraher, and he's got nothing. Middle Township is all over him. And they're going to give him, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Nick Cruz, number 76, for the Panthers, was right there to plug that hole and wrap up McCarraher.
And actually, they do mark him for a loss of 1. So it's 2nd down and 11.
Nick Cruz is a junior, 5'10", 270 pounds. He did a great job right there.
2nd and 11 for Lower. Ball at the Middle Township 43. Ray hands it off to Wing inside. And Isaiah Wing still on his feet. Breaking tackles, bounces outside, and dragging people all the way down inside the 20. It looked like he was going to be stopped for a 4-yard gain. And he runs it for 23 and a first down.
That was nothing but brute strength by Isaiah Wing. Wow. What an incredible run.
That's the run of the night right there.
Absolutely.
They're going to mark him down at the 19, so it's a gain of 24 and a first down. It looked like a very innocent 3-yard gain. He turned it into a gain of 24. That's the final play of the third quarter. We've got a great fourth quarter coming up. Tied at 12, back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Follow them on social media or at www.wildwoodclusterpopcorn.com.
Brian, Isaiah Wing has carried the ball 3 times for 36 yards. And that last 24-yard gain was nothing short of a spectacular run, and what an effort.
Ray back to pass. First play, it's a screen to McCarraher. He's got room. He's inside the 10 and lunges forward. I believe he's going to have enough for a first down. It's a gain of 10. McCarraher slipped out of the backfield down to the, I think they're going to mark him around the 8 or 9 yard line. Actually, they're going to mark it back at the 10. So he's actually short of the first down. Second down and 1 at the 10-yard line. Ray under center. Hands to McCarraher. Through the line, across the 5. He's got a first down. Fumbled the football. Middle Township has it. Wow, Lower Cape May looked like they were going to be set up first and goal. And Middle Township comes away with the football.
Well, again, Middle Township's defense, they come up with the turnover when it was needed most. As Brian said, it looked like Lower Cape May was just they had themselves in great position to just run a couple more plays and punch it in for the go-ahead touchdown.
So 1st and 10 for Middle at their own 5-yard line. Oliver hands to Rodriguez, breaking tackles, picks up about 7 or 8. No, excuse me, make that 3 or 4, up close to the 10.
Under 11 minutes, 10:50 to play in this football game.
Actually, they're going to mark it right at the 10, so it's a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for Middle. (12-12) game. 10.5 to play.
Rodriguez now with 129 yards on the ground on 20 carries.
This time it's Moore. He's got a first down and Moore. Carrying people, and he's brought down all the way out at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And Lower Cape May is just getting bludgeoned at the point of attack along the line of scrimmage in the second half here. First and 10 for Middle at their own 25-yard line. Tie score at 12, inside 10 minutes to go in the football game. Oliver hands to Rodriguez. Still on his feet. Comes out across the 30 to the 31. Pickup of 6. You know, Lower Cape May's in a position here, buddy, where they're going to have to start sending linebackers, and they're going to have to hope they're guessing right. They just can't stop Middle right now.
Well, Middle
First
came
and
out.
second down and 4.
You're right. Middle came out to start this second half, and it was a different football team than the one that went into the locker room at halftime.
This time it's a handoff to Moore. Gets a couple. I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. I've been questioning some of these spots all night. I mean, they're marking Moore all the way up at the 34. It looked to me like they had him back at the 32 or 33.
Well, I was going to say when you said that, I was going to say he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I thought he gained 1 or 2, and they mark it all the way up at the 34. And it seems like that's been going on all night for both sides. I think they've both been getting very favorable spots. 3rd down and 1. Hand off to Rodriguez. There's a first down as he's taken down at the 40. Another pickup of 6.
And Middle Township, now they continue to move the chains.
You know, it's worked a couple times, buddy. They've been running it so well that they'll go with the play action and the bootleg and look to throw downfield. They did that on the last drive. Like an 18-yard completion to Moore.
Well, Michael Zarfati has yet to catch a pass.
Oh, and a middle player, Moore, moved early. This will be a legal procedure.
And again, before that flag, Michael Zarfati yet to catch a pass.
Yeah, if you're Lower Cape May here, buddy, this is where you really got to dig in. You just got a penalty, and it's first down and 15. And this is where you have to come up with this stop. 7:45 to go, 12-12 game. Lower Cape May controlled the first half. Middle so far has dominated the second half, aside from the last drive by Lower, but it ended with a fumble at the 5-yard line. They hand it to Rodriguez off the left side. He's got a first down. No, not a first down, excuse me, because it was 1st and 15. He picks up 12. It'll bring up 2nd and 3.
But again, that was just one heck of a run by Remy Rodriguez as he goes around that right side of the Lower Cape May defense.
Right there, and I wanted to give the kid credit. I didn't catch the number. But one of the linemen really sealed that edge and took out the outside linebacker for Lower Cape May, Logan Haggerty, on that play. And that gave Rodriguez all kinds of room on this near side. 2nd down and 3, 6:50 to go in the football game. Middle Township has dominated time of possession in this second half. They've come back from a 12-0 halftime deficit. We're tied at 12. 2nd and 3. Oh, and a player for Middle, looks like the left guard moved early.
And again, that's not the type of mistake Coach Frank Rigitano wants to see at this point. They had a 2nd and very short.
Well, now it'll bring up 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 as the ball moves back to the 42-yard line. 6:27 to go.
And that's the 6th penalty against Middle Township tonight, Brian.
2nd down and 8. Oliver hands to Rodriguez. And he is fighting, and he comes up close to the first down. He picks up 7.
Yeah, he's going to be about 2 yards short.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and a long one here. Going to mark the ball just shy of the 49-yard line. They need to get to the 50. 5:45 to go in the game. We're tied at 12. Oliver under center. Hands to Rodriguez. Has the first down as he's in the Lower Cape May territory. It's a pickup of 5. Oh, Lower Cape May says they have it. Rodriguez may have fumbled at the end of the play here. Now the officials are coming in to discuss it. Middle Township's claiming that he was down. They're saying he was down. Wow. Lower Cape May not happy with that.
Lower Cape May coach Lance Bailey trying to get an explanation from one of the officials.
Oh, now he's coming on the field. He wants some kind of an explanation here.
Absolutely, and he is not happy. He is irate over on that sideline. And he can't get anyone's attention wearing the striped shirts.
Yeah,
now he's really out on the field.
Now the lead official, Fred Lamb, is coming over. Oh, Lance Bailey has just been flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh, actually, actually, he's not flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct, buddy. He was flagged for a sideline warning, which you get one of those. He was out on the field arguing with Fred Lamb, the lead official. And I think it looks like he's making a signal that one of the officials pointed in Lower Cape May's direction after the fumble, and then another official came in and said, I guess, that the ball was down. But Middle retains it. We're inside 5.5 to go. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Lower Cape May 45.
Wow, that was a big no call.
Hand off to Moore, off the left side, and great play by Haggerty to hold him to 1 yard. Bring up 2nd down and 9. 5 minutes to go. Clock is moving. Tied at 12. One of the best anchor bowls that we've seen.
Yes, absolutely. And again, it's, as Brian just said, 2nd and 9 for Middle Township.
Oliver goes under center. Hands to Rodriguez off the left side. And he's hit. And it's going to be a very, very short gain. Initially in on the tackle, I think, was Isaiah Wing.
Well, it was Isaiah Wing and Dennis Sarah. Again, Sarah coming up big.
So 3rd down and 8. Rain starting to come down. It was pretty light to no rain for much of this second half, but now the skies have opened up a little bit, and we've got a steady drizzle here. On 3rd and 8. Inside 4 minutes to go. Tie game at 12. Oliver's in the shotgun here. He's going to hand it off, and Rodriguez is taken down in the backfield for a loss. He's going to lose 3. That's the first time they've stopped him for a loss all game, and Middle Township is going to have to punt. Big defensive stop there for Lower Cape May, and they're going to get the ball back here. Inside 3.5 to go. Moore back to punt. Serra and Lawler will go deep for Lower Cape May. Good snap, not much of a rush. It's a high but short kick. And it will bounce, takes a middle bounce, and will be downed at the 20 with 3:02 to go in the football game. So here we go.
And what a football game.
Now remember, Dennis Serra is a decent kicker for Lower Cape May. He would be kicking into the wind if Lower Cape May moved it down in the field goal position. So, you know, I don't know if he could boot one from outside 30 yards against this wind. Still a long way from any kind of decision in that matter, as it's 1st and 10 for Lower at their own 20 with 3:02 to go. Hand off to McCarraher. He's got some room. Picks up about 7. Bring up 2nd and 3.
Well, right now, and Aiden McCarraher just has to put that last carry that he had out of his head. Forget about it, because that was the fumble after 5-yard pickup.
2:40 to go in the game. 2nd and 3 for Lower Cape May. Ball at their own 27. Hunter Ray goes under center this time. Takes the snap. Hands again to McCarraher. He's going to lose yardage.
There was nothing
taken down
there.
For a loss.
Nothing there at all. And again, big part of that play was number 76, Nick Cruz, the junior. We have an injured Lower Cape May player on the field, Brian.
Buddy, that looks like it might be McCarraher. All right, we're going to take a 30-second break. We'll come back right after this on 98.7 The Coast. Tarboton, tied at 12 in the Anchor Bowl, 2:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Lower Cape May will have 3rd down and 4. We have an injury on the field, and we believe this is McCarraher, who was the ball carrier on the last play, and he is still lying on his back, being worked on by the trainer, Frank Zelenek of Lower Cape May. Head coach Lance Bailey is also out there. And
hopefully
being helped to his feet. And we're not even positive this is McCarraher, but when I saw all the players walking over toward the sideline, I didn't see McCarraher, and there was one player down. I'm assuming it's him. And, obviously, if it is McCarraher, Lower's going to be without its best back for at least one play here on 3rd and 4 at their own 26. And it looks like a couple of teammates are coming on, and they're going to have to help him off. And it is McCarraher. It looks like it's a right leg injury of some kind. And he's being helped off the field by a couple of his teammates. It's actually a right leg injury. He can't even put any pressure on it. It's a shame.
Yeah, absolutely, because Aiden McCarraher, again, he's had a good football game here tonight.
And we're tied at 12, 3rd and 4. And the cruelty of football, the game will go on. 2:14 to go. I would expect here they're going to do something where they're going to roll Hunter Ray out and ask him to make a decision, either throwing the football or with his legs. Isaiah Wing, Ogre Nunez are also ball carriers. Nunez has yet to carry the ball tonight. But McCarraher's been the workhorse. It's 3rd and 4 at the 26. Clock is now moving. 2:10 to go. Ray in the shotgun. Junior quarterback. Takes the snap. Fakes a handoff. He's going to throw. Nearly intercepted. Nearly intercepted by Yakel. And Lawler was open, and Ray underthrew it.
Yeah, that was Hunter Ray doesn't normally throw a ball that poorly, but that time, Yakel, very fortunate that Pat Yakel wasn't able to come. He threw that right in Yakel's hands.
So
and the senior,
4th and 4, Lower Cape made a punt. And if you're Lower, you might want to try to go double count here and see if you can draw middle offside, give yourself the chief first down. But Jackson Brown's back to punt. Michael Zarfati's the return man back at his own 42. Brown is kicking into the wind. Oh, the snap is high. Brown picks it up and is taken down at the 10-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, that was a dangerous tackle. I mean, he was horse-collared on that tackle, and they're lucky an official didn't throw a flag. But nonetheless, Middle Township, another big break, and they will have the football.
1:49 to go at the 10-yard line, buddy.
1st and goal from the 10. And remember, Jerome Licata got injured early in the first half.
So a field goal is not an option here. Yeah, Middles pretty much has to score a touchdown. 1:49 to go. 1st and 10 for Middle at the Lower Cape May 10. Oliver hands it to Moore. Moore still on his feet inside the 5. And taken down at about the 3 or 4.
I'll tell you what, again, Tyree Moore, he's done a really nice job tonight as the second back. for Coach Frank Rigitano.
Now, it looks like they're going to mark this ball with the 2, buddy. 2nd and goal from the 2. And looks like a timeout is called by Middle. Looks like one of the key players for Middle lost his cleat. So Middle has to take a timeout. We're going to keep it here. 1:09 to go. Thanks for joining us on 98.7 The Coast and the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. And give credit, buddy. I really thought we were going to have a sparse crowd tonight because of the weather. And the people really came out to this game, and they've gotten to see a good one.
Yeah,